Last year's annual harvest was 94 kilograms. It was Todd's most successful year in 6 years of gold panning. Klondike is Todd's lucky place. Every time in Klondike, Todd could make money. But now, because the landlord sold the McKinnon West mine, Todd is forced to leave this treasure land. This year, he decided to develop in his hometown of Oregon. They arrived at the high pole mine Todd explored last season. Although last year's success boosted the team's morale, the unknown minefield this year makes them uneasy. Todd chose this place not only because he could find a large amount of funds here. Since the discovery of gold here in 1861, the entire minefield has produced the altitude of over 1,000 meters. Makes it lack sufficient gold-bearing water sources. Although gold has been produced in large quantities here, at an altitude of over 1,000 meters, there is not enough gold-bearing water for use. Without water, large-scale washing machines cannot be used. In other words, for many years, there has been no large-scale excavation here. All the gold output is just the output of surface coatings. But in recent years, the landlord found underground water below the mountain. They built a reservoir below the mountain and laid pipes all the way up to the minefield. That's why Todd chose this place. Below the surface soil here is undeveloped virgin land. Todd has already rented the landlord's mining equipment and arranged everything in place. This year's mining equipment is twice the size of the Red Monster. Tailings conveyor and slurry discharger, and so on, are all readily available. It can be said that as long as they have enough soil, they can immediately harvest gold. And in the pre-work mobilization meeting, Todd even made a bold statement. This year's goal is to harvest 155 kilograms of gold. This goal shocked the team, but Todd believed that since they harvested 94 kilograms last year, he can set the goal to 155 kilograms this year. He has already stood on the shoulders of giants and must see farther and higher. All the vehicles they need are ready, just waiting for the official start of the mining machine trial run. The funny thing is, after Todd gave a commanding order with great momentum, Dodge found that the washing machine switch was locked. The reason was that the landowner's family needed to send and can protect the equipment and other assets. The reason is that the landowner's family thought they needed to send 2 more workers to join the team and can protect the equipment and other assets. Now Todd can only accept this hard requirement. Logan has already transported the first load of soil, and the mining machine officially started at this time. All components are operating normally. All components are operating normally. There is no problem with the equipment. This is something to be happy about. As the first load of soil enters the feed port, under Dave's observation, the operation of each link is very good. Todd's team quickly started this year's gold panning record. This washing machine is specifically designed for gold in high pole mine. The entire washing machine has 2 water gates. The first water gate is deeper. It is designed specifically to retain large pieces of funds. The second water gate is a normal water gate, in order to retain gold particles. So why didn't Todd bring the Red Monster here and need to rent a washing machine specifically here? After the mining machine screened and washed the soil for a day, it dragged him to a stop. After all, no large-scale testing has been done on this land. He urgently needs to know how his results are for the day here. When the team is concentrated at the water gate, what they see is not optimistic. Although only 1 day of operation, they haven't found much gold. All the green carpets are collected, sent to Old Jack's gold house. What exactly is the result? Still need to go through Old Jack to extract the gold to know. Last year, when they were testing here, 100 yards of soil brought them 52 grams of gold. Today, they screened and washed 1,000 yards of soil. According to the calculation ratio, should be able to produce about 1 kilogram of gold. And when Old Jack completed the gold extraction work, Todd and Dodge came to check the results. After pouring all the gold onto the scale, it showed only 3.55 ounces, equivalent to 110 grams of gold. This quantity is only 10/100ths of what they envisioned, making Todd feel really bad. Dodge even has a feeling similar to gold panning in Guyana a few years ago. Todd also doesn't know where the problem is. After all, this number is too far from imagination. Too absurd. The team members were also full of expectations for the first days, but now it seems to be nothing but disappointment. After completing the screening and washing of the soil, on the second day, they stopped again to check the water gate. Dodge still didn't find much gold at the water gate. Perhaps today will be another disappointing day. According to the current situation, not to mention 155 kilograms in a year. Even 15 kilograms in a year is a problem. Todd can only go to talk to the landlord to see exactly where the problem lies. And the reply from the mining area is, Don't jump to conclusions. Dig a few more days and observe before making a decision, because the terrain here used to be. Gold gathers at the corners of ancient rivers. Continue digging towards the surroundings. It's just a matter of time before the gold gathering point is dug, the staff left by the Wiz family in the mining area said. Todd at least needs to dig for another week before drawing conclusions. But Todd's biggest worry is not seeing the criticized gold income all along. Will make him lose the trust of the team members. People are scattered. As Todd expected, the team members feel worried about the state of the high bar mine. They are afraid of a repeat of the experience. They are all afraid that history will repeat itself. After a week of work, Todd quickly organized the collection of the green map. He also wants to know in the high-altitude area, the amount of work in a week. Will there be a difference in gold output? And old Jack. A small dish of gold. The final display shows the weight of these gold as 35 ounces, a weight of over 1 kilogram. These gold are not even enough for their expected 15%. This amount of gold is not enough to cover Todd's operating costs. Even to put it bluntly, this amount of gold is not enough for Todd's operating costs. Although Todd is unwilling, but he also has to announce this result to his partners. The first week of gold rush is over. Their morale is exceptionally low. But Todd assures, they won't relive the experience of the primitive forest in Guyana. They won't act recklessly. They won't surrender without a fight. And now, they can only hope that God will give them good luck. So will their harvest be improved next week?